So guys, good morning, welcome back to Scouse Gooners TV and another little video. I just thought I'd put a little video out today and just give you people a little insight on how a young boy like me from Liverpool became an Arsenal fan. Now, I've been an Arsenal fan since mid to late 80s. I was born 1980, so more or less since between the ages of 6 and 8. Now, I was one of them kids who just always wanted to be a little bit different from everybody else, so to speak. And my dad didn't really follow footy or football, so to speak. My dad didn't really follow football. His family did. His family are Blue Noses, Everton fans. And most of my mum's family are Liverpool fans. But I was one of them kids who just wanted to be different. I wanted to be my own. I just wanted to be me and be a little bit different from everybody else. I always was a little bit different. Ginger hair being the first thing. So yeah. So first of all, basically in junior school, between the ages of 5, 6 and 7, we used to get sent home. Now, I had a little bit of a speech impediment when I was in junior school, so I used to get sent home from school with little reading books and little tins with certain words in that I couldn't pronounce or say at the time. So I just used to get sent home with these little books and these words for me to learn, or for my parents to sit me down and learn me to read with these books and whatever. But my dad had kind of had a different plan for me. Now, he used to ditch the books and these words and would just pass me. He would sit me down on the couch next to him and just pass me the newspapers and would make me read the newspapers. Now, in the UK, if you're not from the UK, in the UK newspapers back in the 80s and the 90s, you very rarely get newspapers these days, but back in the day, the sport over here in the UK, the sport pages always start from the back. Probably the last 5 or 10 pages in from the back. And so he would sit me down and he would make me learn to read by reading from newspapers, because they were more everyday words and more difficult words, so to speak. And he just thought it would be it would just fare me better in later life. And probably just because he was a little bit lazy himself and he wanted me to read all the sport pages to him. That was basically. So basically, while I'm reading, sorry, I've got the dog with me here. So yeah, I would basically read these newspapers from the back and read all the sport pages, and this would be more or less a daily thing. So, and obviously Arsenal being one of the bigger clubs, bigger teams, they would get more of a printout, and there would always be like pictures of the game they just played or whatever they were speaking about in the printer. So before I actually chose Arsenal, I was beginning to get a look. Morning. I was beginning to get a feeling for just players in themselves, because I would see players in the pictures, I would see the kits and everything else, and I was already attracted to Arsenal kits. I was attracted to the badge. This is the old badge. And I'm just beginning to build up a bit of a knowledge over the last year or two of reading these papers, constantly these sports pages about these clubs. So by the time I did choose Arsenal, I already knew quite a lot about them. I already knew the players like Lee Dixon, Tony Adams, John Lukic, David O'Leary, Paul Davis, Alan Smith, David Rocastle, Paul Merson, and other players alike. So it just became one day where I just thought, you know what, I had family, one side of my family trying to force Liverpool on me and the other side trying to force Everton on me, and I basically just made a decision and thought I want to be myself. I want to be different from everybody else. And I kind of, like I say, I was attracted to I loved the Arsenal kits and I loved the badge, and I built up knowledge on them already. Obviously, them being one of the bigger clubs, there was always more printouts of them and more knowledge in these printouts and everything else. So I basically just chose Arsenal from that day on. One day I just made a choice. I thought, I'm going to pick my own team, but what team am I going to pick? I had a bit of a think about it, and it just became Arsenal. One day I just decided to start supporting Arsenal, and from that day on, stick with them for the rest of my life. That was mid-80s, 2025, 35 years or so later, and I'm still here, guys. Yeah, we'd moved forward into, once I'd moved up into secondary school, like, my friends, my mates, would often come round to my house, to my bedroom. There'd be a gang of us sat in the bedroom, and my bedroom would just be absolutely full of Arsenal posters. I would constantly take myself to the newsagents on my way to school or on my way home, looking for all these the sportswear, the football magazines that you would always get posters inside of, and posters of the teams or players, one or the other, and I would just collect them week after week after week, and my bedroom would just end up full of Arsenal players. It just be like a shrine to Arsenal. I would go out when we'd be in town with my mates as a teenager, going into WH Smith and stuff. I would be buying myself little Arsenal magazines just to read up on the history and everything else. And basically built up knowledge, and I practically know, I wouldn't say everything about Arsenal's history, but I know a good 50 to 75% of their history, if not more, to be honest with you. I am quite very knowledgeable on them. Sorry, I just got a bit of a cold. It's freezing out here. So yeah, guys. And then fast forward to today, where even on the top part of my right arm, I've got the Arsenal tattoo, the new badge, the latest one, the latest crest. So yeah, and as I say, 2025, I'm still here. I'm not going to say or lie and say I've been to loads of games. I went to one or two back in the day in the 90s, but that was at Anfield and Goodison, and when it was very easily accessible to get tickets, when you could just go to the ticket office at the ground. And really, I've only been to the Emirates once, but I've got Arsenal in my blood, running through and through. I'm diehard, and if Arsenal lose, if Arsenal even concede a goal, I'm pulling my hair out, because I'm very, very passionate for them. Probably a lot more passionate than people you would get from London M5, so to speak. But that's just the Scouser in me, because us Scousers are passionate, especially about football. So, yeah guys, there's not much more to say on it, other than, yeah, on occasions I have gone down to London. Even if I can't get a ticket for the game, I'll go down to London. I'll stay down there for the weekend, and I'll go to a pub. I'll go down there on a weekend when Arsenal are playing, and I'll go to a couple of pubs around London here, Finsbury Park area, or Islington area, or whatever, and watch the game with a load of Arsenal fans. As an adult, because growing up as a teenager in my early 20s, I wasn't able to do that, and I used to have to constantly watch them in a pub, either at home on my own or in a pub with just full of Liverpool 11 fans. So yeah guys, that's my story. There's not much more to say about it, so I'll end the video there guys, other than saying there will be another video coming out later on, preview for the Brighton game, and then I will be doing a watch along for the Brighton game tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock. So if any of you are interested in jumping in the live chat and just having a little chat with me, having some football talk, and maybe just watching along with the Arsenal, and just let's see how it goes. So yeah, there's not much more I can say on that guys, other than hope you like this video. If you do, give us a big thumbs up, comment down below, and please subscribe. I'd be very much appreciative. I'm on 55. I am wanting so much to get to 100. I want this channel to take off so I can start doing a bit more, get this channel a bit more professionalism, get some intros onto it, and some graphics and stuff. So guys, thank you for that, and I'll see you all soon.